Can we check history just to like? I think we ended up doing the fixing the detectives. I don't know what it was called. Something. We fixed his deduction problem. So we realized that she doesn't own a snake. She owns a cat. So the striped thing that was in the vent was actually a cat toy. That's kind of interesting that it actually had a snake. Probably because of those people that knew what that was. Yeah, exactly, the correction. It's kind of fun anyway, because I think they had a snake there for those who kinda knew about the whole Sherlock snake uh, spotted thread thing or whatever it was. Spotted band. So it's kind of funny that it actually was a cat instead. What was the so yeah, but apparently those people who follow me that is like hosting one on the same channel all the time, they have been absolutely goddamn purged. I'm not even joking. I can go into my Twitch here, and I know that the last one was a fake one, and before that was a fake one because as you saw before, it was a bit empty where Hackatory stands now. And yeah, I'm just checking my Twitch here. Unknown user, unknown user, unknown user, and unknown user, unknown user. They are like either they've just like disappeared because nothing is happening, or Twitch has absolutely purged them. That's interesting. And also no voices because of the blister on my head. Yeah, a bit actually. Like, bots doesn't help anyone. At all. Ever. So, I can say something. There are many things people earn money about, especially like with programming and stuff. So I do wonder, why do they make bots if they do not earn anything on it? Also, I feel like the game is a bit low. I will try to talk a bit at least, but I will not make any voices. It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. I do like the name though, Darka, for a cat. I don't know if that means anything because it's Russia, but I just like that name for a cat, Darka. And then all of a sudden she scratches me and jumped out of my hands. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. Yeah, that's true. Probably. That's the thing. The cats I know about is like free walking around the whole place because we live like in a forest land and stuff like that. So I cannot really talk about the experience of cats with that because for they it's literally they can walk wherever they want. They go home whenever they want. So yeah, but it sounds like something they would. Our dog our dog, I'm not talking about cats now, but our dog didn't have too much problem with that. My sister went to her room, my father went to his room, and I was on the couch in the living room. And we had just laid out a little blanket for him and a little towel as a cushion, and he just walked on there and just lay down like, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. It really felt like home the first day we took him in. And that is how you acquired a rather nasty wound. Well, she did say she scratched her. Yeah, rules on the wall. I knew I wasn't allowed Darka with me. Yes, modern science such as an animal can carry infectious diseases. Yeah, that's true. So that's why there are two ways I understand now of doing it, and that is to vaccinate them or leave them at a kennel. Or if you have good neighbors, let them take care of them, so they don't need to be like at a place they don't know, being fed by people they don't know. Because I've taken care of our neighbors' animals and stuff. Like that's absolutely fine. But can I hate not having a computer because I want to try to make a game so that I would know how much you suffer because I want to try it. But then I remember I don't know shit about game making. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like you don't know much, and I didn't know much either. But like I just sat down and played around. Like I often used that term when I was at home. Like, whenever I made some sort of game stuff or learned how to do stuff, I said I played around because that's what I did. So it's like there are many like free ways of doing it. If you do it 2D, I cannot really say anything. As long as you have like some painting software, it's absolutely gonna be fine. Because then you can like make 2D stuff. And Unity, of course, is free. I think you have to like pay them if you like earn a lot, like a shit ton of money per month or something about that. Which I don't do, so I don't need to care about that right now. And then just like if you want to do 3D, you can use Blender, which is also a free 3D software. We're dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and the adjoining cabin. Dorka always loved this toy. Yeah, many cats love toys, and some of them are kinda just lazy. Also, because I had such a headache today, I just took some like chocolate milk to drink in Venom's head. I absolutely love this mug. Yeah, not knowing shit really. It's like, it depends on a bit what you want to do. Sometimes you can just like ask around, like if I want to make something not go through an object, and then people might just then you might find an internet like collision. For example, in Unity it's kind of like easy making sure stuff falls downwards, and that's using rigid body, because that allows like some sort of physics to your thing. And if you don't want it to go through something, you use a collider, because that then checks that, okay, you two are now like at the same point and you're not supposed to go through each other, so you just stop what you're doing. So it can be like, it's like, personally, for some reason I go very far with what I do, so it's like I have a problem with like I'm going overboard with my ideas and I have no experience, so I have to fix them. But like there are like easy ways of just making games, I can tell you that. Like, we know our friend died in this game, but I kind of sounded like the cat goddamn died. So where's the cat now, by the way? And also, who owns the snake? I kind of get the feeling Beef Stroganoff actually owns the snake, because he's like, he probably still has it around his goddamn head, and it feels like rather comfortable with it as well. I guess it depends on what. I cannot answer that really myself either, because I have no idea what you're supposed to ask, so I cannot say if there's something you are allowed to ask or not allowed to ask. That's a bit of a problem, I would say. And also, as you probably see, I did talk about this before, we have actually reached our follower goal. Yay! I'm gonna be honest, I made that before I joined the team, so I thought I either would or would not reach that, so I don't really have anything planned. But this month there is gonna be a lot of tests. I feel like I'm lisping a lot today because of my goddamn blister, but I guess like next month, if I am like as free as I can, I would probably do a long stream. Oh god, long stream. Holy crap. Well, that was a nasty one. The combination of unfortunate factor could easily have caused him to fall over. I'm getting the feeling it's not going to be a trial for this one. Is it like trying to teach me how to do a trial and then how to investigate? What become of the kittens afterward? Yeah, where is the kitten? Ah, okay, so the kitten seems to be fine. The kitten is fine. Kitten is fine. Also, I always forgot to use this goddamn thing. Hold on. Ream labels, because I always forget to like announce on my goddamn Discord server that I'm live. I don't know how many years of experience I have on the streaming, but there's so many things I'm new to. Also, I have to like hit myself on the head just to remember that I have to do the SO command for whenever someone raids me. I forgot that last time as well. God dang it. Where's the cat? Yet Dark is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, exactly. Where is Dark? I want to see Darka. Yeah, and like, she did actually complain to us that we opened it and stole something. We have not seen a cat, so someone else has been in here. Except for Herlock Sholmes, the bloody magician over here. And I woke up this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone. Oh, that's kind of interesting, because that means that she actually did not go in there to get her cat, because that was my thought first. That she had gotten in and got her cat, and then like, oh shit, he's dead, and like something must have happened, like, right, he's in there. But if she never actually went in there, then another Russian person must have gone in there. I do wonder for what reason. Scared that he would send me back. Yeah, to be honest, if I don't remember correctly, your place was kind of a bit of a hell. It's kind of warm in here. I kind of like it. That's like the issue. I'm not like sick. Often when I like get a blister, I might just get sick, but right now it's like, it's not enough to be sick, but it's like enough to just feel like I should be sick. I have a dilemma. I asked my grandma if I can have that old PC I told you about a while ago. Then she brought that if I wanted to get a computer, she can just buy me a laptop for school. And then I looked at a list of stuff I learned at school and remember that I have lessons on computer stuff like Word and Excel. But then I kind of feel bad if I ask you to buy me a computer because we have computer. My grandma's. Wait, hold on. Okay. Me and reading right now. Holy crap. But then I kind of feel bad if I ask her to buy me a computer because we have a computer in my grandma's house, but I live in my mom's house and we only go to my grandma's around weekend. But if I ask her, then it would be more convenient for my study. Well, fucking talking a bit like the wrong person here. I'm saying that because sorry for everyone that lives underneath me. I just I have a bit of dilemma myself, and that is I always kind of wish to do shit my own way. I don't really ask much for help. So, for example, I did just say to my parents it would be fun to go there, and like if they could. It depends on, because I would not say do it, because it's like more or less a personal dilemma for you, and I cannot just as an outsider answer that question for you. It would depend on, because I can say, yeah, the computers now and then are not that like cheap. So I don't know, it's like something you have to discuss with them. That's the only thing I can say. Like, they might have just told you that they could, but I would say like go further with them, like discuss it with them, not just like get a question, give them an answer. More or less, I don't know, talk to them a bit and just try to get why you need a computer, what you're gonna go use the computer for, if you even need a new computer and stuff like that. So I would say it's not so much of a thing I can answer. I would say it's more something that you and your family have to more or less just convince with each other. That's like my point of perspective with it. If it's something like family is willing to help you deal with, then that's something you have to discuss with them. Just like I talked with my parents that I would want to go to Stockholm to check my photo. Because I felt like it is, for first of all, it's very expensive, and I felt like, nah, I'm not gonna pay that much to go there. And as I said, sometimes I have this thing that I have to deal with things myself, because it's me dealing with it. But my family is so nice, so they actually paid for it. So, as I said, it's something you just have to take up with them, I would say. And also, yes, I really want to know about the snake. Well, it says dangerous, but to be honest, I getting the feeling that Beefier is really loving that snake. Oh, hold on! Yo! Yanni, remember when we talked about his sunburn, that he felt like he's been under a grill or something? I'm pretty certain now I know what it is. Because I said it was like a very thick grill. And I am pretty certain this is actually Beef's snake. Because the way it actually turns around his head is literally the way his sunburn has been. I just realized that now. Yeah, I get a feeling that if you ask her, you would feel like a greedy person. I get that I get that feeling because, as I said, I really like to like handle stuff on my own. Cause yeah, like I don't wish to just ask my parents for all of the stuff, and that's why I said you should talk to them because like I can understand that feeling. You should just, do you want a new computer? Like I would say yes because it would be necessary, it would be good, but I also want to say no because I'm not that kind of person that just takes expensive things from people and stuff like that. So I do get it, and that's exactly what I'm just saying. Like, just talk to them. You don't need to really give them an answer to like yes or no. Just talk to them. Just check how everyone feels about it, and check how yourself feel about what you need and what you don't need. That's all I could more or less say. But the snake apparently belongs to him. And also welcome a move viewer to the stream I'm holding. Yeah, I see you didn't do that. So yeah, also, the new viewer here, I don't do voices really today because I have a blister and a headache, so doing voices for today is not something I'm gonna do. Well, I wonder is how the snake can get into this cabin. There are like holes and vents everywhere, it feels like. We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without a close friend? True. Alright, I'll try talking to her about it next time there. Yeah, but it's just as I said, like it doesn't need to be like an answer, just discuss it, that's all. Yeah, but that snake is his, at least that's something cleared up. I didn't really get that about his like striped burned face. And I guess now it's not burn, it's just being, I don't know, crushed by the snake. And I was gonna do this. Oh god, that was a bit bright. Hold on, which one is down and up? There we go. Should I have this color? I'm gonna check what the other colors does to me right now. I kind of like this one because it's the same kind of tone as my normal lamp. A gargantuan venomous snake. You surely can appreciate the danger you're putting yourself in. No venom. Pirosgo. Yeah, to be honest, I've never seen any teeth on that snake, so probably. It's adorable like Granny. That's the way of saying it. It's venomless. Yes, now he's hungry, so he is in a bad mood. But as I feed him, you will see big smile. I like to say they milk chickens. That was a very interesting question. Yo, Akatori! Welcome to the stream. I'm not doing so many voices today because I have a blister in my mouth and my head is just a mess. But welcome to the stream anyway. Mouses. Technically, this snake is not venomous, and it seems to know exactly who the owner is. So I'm getting the feeling to have a snake on board of a ship, like at least a pet snake, would be kind of good because of like the, I don't know, the ship mices and all that. So, that wouldn't surprise me. You feel like what? True as well. There is actually a cat and a snake on board this ship. Of course, I can catch my friend's favorite food. Yeah, at least his size, I'm getting the feeling like the snake is looking in both directions. I think, by the way, Sholmser is broken because he thought that my friend got poisoned. But that snake is venomless, so that's interesting. Oh, God blister, Jesus. It refused to drink milk, it can't hear a whistle, it can't climb up a balcony, and it's not even venomous. Hello? Are you alright? Yeah, exactly. The one that make up stories here is Sholmes. Yeah, we know now that the cat has something to do with it, but she never went into his cabin, which means that there has to be another Russian person that went into the cabin. Nah. There's more to it. It's not just an accident and a cat. It's more than that. But yeah, by the way, Agatori, how have you been? How is your day? Or how will your day hopefully be? Who knows? I have no idea where everyone is in the time zone, so I have very much difficulty of knowing that. What if his name was Russian and permitted the murder? Well, if you could spell in Russia, then probably. I think I saw a video of I don't know what it was. Some like sea creature with claws. I just don't know if it was like a lobster or a crab or something. I'm pretty certain it wrote a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very shaky, but still wrote it. I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then... She hasn't done anything. Miku Tobak. I really want to say Miku Tobak. I really like that just because it's just Tobak. Oh, don't say something about lies, because Sholmes is gonna just have the wholesome day. I get the feeling of. I'm not a great detective. I mean, Mr. Sholmes. Well, great and great. I think it's getting like too far forward without realizing he has to turn somewhere. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth, but even I can see it was not the truth. Why would I? What? How do you know it's not the truth or not? Yeah, right now I cannot put my finger on it as well. I don't even know if the Hakutori is still here. Who knows? We should put this somewhere else. It's like, don't drop it somewhere. I have a bit of a makeshift table behind me. My flat is too small to actually have a table, so I have 2 boxes that I don't really need put on top of each other, and I have a table on that. Plastic ones where I'm like moving, I don't know, moving boxes. I know that many people when they move have like these like I don't know, what is it, paper boxes, whatever they call. But I'm getting the feeling like plastic is a bit better, because if you need to store something, you have it there. So like you can still like use them for any sort of store. Yeah, cardboard, thank you. I try to remember what it was called for some reason. I think it will, my head doesn't work today. Words is too off. Words is too off. Doesn't work. Just checking some stuff here. Oh yeah, if you're still here, Akatoria, hopefully you had a good day at least. Or have. Had or have. I feel like I should just like figure out what sort of time zone everyone is from. A distraction? What do you mean by distraction? I hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Wait, what? He says not again. When exactly did he actually take them off? I didn't... Did he even take them off? Well, at the same time, I did more or less dance with him before or whatever, so I'm getting the feeling, yes, he did take them off. Especially as they are on your wrist as a result of my intervention, okay? I was rather hoping I should resolve matters before we made our next port call. Yeah, exactly. That's the only that's the only time. But like last time he did that, he literally showed us that they were off. But like this time he didn't. He literally just took them off. We danced together and then shoved them back on again. Yes, I overlooked one important detail. What detail? The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Yes. Where do you want to go with this? He was my closest friend. I owe him my freedom even. Why is everyone looking at me again? I'm getting the feeling people don't really know where to actually look to be able to like say you are guilty. Because before it was like, yeah, she's lying. Now apparently I'm targeted again, and there might be some Russian dude out here that's like suspect as hell. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth. What? Does it mean I'm just like free to do this and just try to find the truth, or does it mean something else? I do kind of like that he has so much hair, you cannot see the bandana thing. You can only see the knot and the ribbons. Also, I thought that was like the stream loot thing, because I just heard a cling. I was like, did someone use that? Like, no, wait, that's in the music. That's in the music. But yeah, Allison. Ooh. Yeah, Kitana is in the other room. The Kitana is in the other room. So it's not fully gone, it's just there. We're not supposed to touch anything. Yeah, let's see what I can do. But yeah, I have to fix the follower goal thing. I have to give people something. So I'm gonna probably just do a long stream next month, because this month we're gonna have a bunch of tests. I'm gonna have a program test, I'm gonna have a math test. Yikes. I'm gonna be honest, watching videos on the math I'm trying to do now is kind of bit easier than doing the math itself. Because I have the math book of how to actually learn linear algebra, which is literally like vectors and everything. It's like from one point to another, either in 2D space or it's like 3D space. But like, just as you can see, there is the sword down there. But the problem I like have with that is like when you check the book, it more or less says this is this, this is that. When you want to take this plus that, it becomes this, and if you want to take this times that, it becomes this. It doesn't say what it does. It just says you can do this. But in the video that our teacher actually shared with us, he shows it as well. Like, for example, oh yeah, this one is like, holy shit. For example, what was it? It was like a matrix, they call it, which is like a list of vectors. So a vector could be like, let's just take a 2D space. A vector in a 2D space might be 3 and 2, which is a line, which is a dot on 3, 2 in y and x axis from the point of 0, 0. And if you die like in matrix, it's like 2 of those, which is like 1 there and 1 there, for example. If you change those times the vector that you got, for example, just a normal, a 2, 4, and then a matrix with 5, 2, 6, 4, then in one way it more or less just warps the world you're in, because when you actually combine those two, a matrix with a vector, it more or less is that this is the same vector. But because of the warping of the world in a way, it might look longer, but it still have the same values. I don't know if that made much sense to anyone here, because I'm just literally remembering the video. And that's the thing, it's much like... Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this big. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can find it, because I just want to like... what I am trying to learn, because it is like an absolutely ridiculous thing. It should be somewhere in the history. It's just that like my life is studies and what is it? Studies and YouTube. So it's like there is a lot of it. And just like many stuff here. Oh yeah, here we have exactly the one I'm talking about. I'm just gonna like give an example here. Oh, I just thought like, oh. So I'm just gonna try and find a good explanation here. There we go. Let's do this. Why not? It's just a bit quick. Example of what I'm actually trying to do here in math. So this is like the grid I was talking about.
How do you think you could describe these transformations numerically? If you were,
2D
say,
space,
programming some
just X and
animations
Y.
to make a video teaching the topic, computer, so that if you give it the coordinates of a vector, it can give you the coordinates of where that vector lands.
Yeah, it's like these are just vectors.
That you only need to record where the
so
two basis
y,
vectors,
x-axis,
and j-hat each land, and everything else will follow from that. For example, consider the vector v.
So yeah, this is a vector, minus 1, 2,
meaning
the
that
point there, and it goes from 0, 0 to that point.
2 times j hat.
So it is like 1 minus 1 x and that there.
The property that grid lines remain
so when this
parallel
changes,
and evenly spaced has a really important consequence.
It actually has the same. It just has minus 1 and 2, as you can see there.
The vector where j hat landed. In other words, it
so
started
this is like
off
what
as
we're
a
trying to
linear
learn.
combination of I hat and j hat.
Yeah,
and it ends up
I
as
am
that same
not
linear combination
even
of where those two vectors landed.
I can tell you that
This
for a
means
fact.
you can deduce where v must go based only on where I hat and j hat each land. This is why I negative.
So they used a matrix somewhere.
Write the vector where I hat lands, where j hat lands. 3, 0.
Yeah, I don't remember where, but that's more or less an example of what we're trying to learn. That's what I'm doing on math right now. And it's so much easier to actually see it than to just read it. Because when you just read it, it's literally just numbers. It has a name, it has numbers, and that's it. What it's used for? No idea. But when you actually watch the videos like that, it does explain so much. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with nowadays. That could possibly have been a mere accident. Let us show our hand is Naruto. 10% evidence. Yeah, but like the vector is like it's more or less like the graphical coordinates. You know, like if you search coordinates on Google Maps, you will get to a point in space, and it's like the same thing. Those coordinates has a 0 point. So if you like write the coordinates 0, 0, you will get at 0, 0. But if you write like 1, 2, then you will get to 1, 2 of that space. And then in this one we have like apparently the length as well, which is like the V1, which is the little I don't know, arrow on it. Proof that will more this thing.
Yes!
Yeah, because there was actually a Russian text here, and he doesn't speak Russian. He's trying to learn English because he's going to England, but not Russian. There is no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. That script is Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. Hi, little girl. Welcome to the stream. I am teaching math here right now. I just try to explain what I'm actually dealing with in math right now. So I just showed a video of how to warp a 2D world and dealing with vectors. Also, if I remember correctly, in a vector the x goes first and then the y. I think so. Yeah, x, y, z. I'm pretty certain. But it also probably depends on the software, because sometimes they might just do. No. Well, forget about it. Forget about it. They always do x, y, z. They do it in the same way as more or less the alphabet. So yes, they do x, y. Z is in a 3D space that more or less just makes mass. It's like y, x, z goes like inwards and outwards. So yeah, I can tell you it's much easier to learn about vectors and linear algebra when you can see it. When people just try to write it down and like show you on a 2D space or a 3D space work, that doesn't work. Like for me, it's like, okay, so you just made a rectangle and just did arrows on it. Does that mean anything? That video, so much better. It's a simple language. I'm gonna be honest, from my point of perspective, Russia is not a simple language. But that's probably because I do not understand what any of those letters mean. So it could actually be a very simple language, who knows? I think it was like Finnish that was the worst language to actually learn. Exactly what I said before. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And as you probably heard, Turtle Girl, I'm not gonna do any voices because I have a blister and a headache today, so yeah. I just feel like I'm just gonna take it a bit easier. And the reason why is clearly explained it here. Damage to the several vertebrae result in an instant death. Yeah, alright, instant death. I completely forgot about that. Also, please correct me, but I think X is side to side, Y is up and down, and Z is sort of like that. Exactly. I can tell you this, that depending on what software you use, it might be a bit different because they work in a different sort of space. So like, for example, when I sometimes work with Maya and can export stuff to Unity, playing Minecraft finally pays off. Anyway. But yeah, so it's like they have some their own like kind of world. So sometimes like X and Y is the same thing, but like in another software like Z might be upwards and X and Y might be back and forth and stuff like that, because they technically look from up to down in their world. So it's like, it depends on the software, but basically X, Y, and Z. That's the basic of it. Which means if the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written that. No, I think I read about that last time. That actually caused instant death, so there was no idea for him to actually write that. He couldn't. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Asogi's cabin. You mean the bell? Yeah, the bell part, I believe. Oh, yeah, this one.
Yes!
Just checking what was popping up there. I don't know, technically I don't need to check there. I can check there because I can see it on my screen now. But yeah, the piece of broken glass, which is the little cat bell. Also, I kind of dig the boots now when I look at them. Do dig those boots. Unfortunately, there is a very big flaw, fatal flaw. If that really will happen. How did the half of the bell end up here? Oh yeah, see, she still must have gotten in there. Yes, remember that we found the other half of the last bell. She must have been in there. So it could still have been an accident of his death. But perhaps she just thought that someone else was killed him, or she just wanted to invert the blame because of the cat. Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. Cat. And when Miss Asogi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. Another same person deliberately arranged. Oh god. Arranged the scene to disguise the truth, in order to cover up his or her own guilt. I'm getting the feeling it's not gonna become any sort of trial in this one. Who was that? Oh, it was him. He's talking about me, right? Yeah, that can be explained, but we already have seen how that happens. We learned that truth yesterday when the cabin locked itself in.
Yes!
It locked itself when, I don't know, hit a wave or something? Who knows? Sure, it wasn't the cabin when it happened. We were shut inside the cabin wardrobe to be precise about the details. Yeah, that's a bit difficult. Not would have, there is no way you could have left that message to be precise about the details. Because I was stuck in the wardrobe. Alright, we're talking more or less about grammar. I probably would need that sometimes. The person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor. And attempt to incriminate me. Oh god. For the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen on the floor, for fear of becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. Leaving half a bell was always going to raise a question. As well, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark, which means it was difficult to see. So, if people more or less came around 6 or 7, and it was 1, holy crap, he has about like been dead for hours. The hell? Also, I'm a bit questioned about the whole why everyone has a headache. And also, I also have headache. And also, Turtle Girl, we realize now why he has those, like, stripes on his face. Because the snake is his. It has more or less been strangling his face. And that's why he has those red marks. It's not a sunburn, it's just, I don't know, snake pressure. Nina is woman of sea. She's daughter of strong sailor. Yeah, I didn't realize that until just recently, because it was like literally just crushing his skull. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skill and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship, a member of ship's band. Yeah, exactly. He didn't freak out at all. He loved it. You do not accuse ship's angel being criminal. So that's how she managed to get on board this ship, because she's a part of this ship still, in a way. And it was there in his cabin. Well, that's the thing. Like, no one has really said about hitting their head somewhere. So I'm getting the feeling it's like something else about the headache, but who knows? Like, my brain doesn't really work right now. Well, this is most interesting. What would you give your toothpick? Is it I'm not getting enough sleep or something? Holy crap. I think for sure. A great detective, you should know. Oh yeah, the bolt thing. Yeah, they could have been asleep and hit their head, but for some reason it's like, it feels like, I don't know, like everyone was just gassed or something. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? That it just locked itself, literally. It literally just locked itself. Yes, I think you have actually said that, and you said it was impossible. These bulkheads are not barn doors. Yeah, exactly. There's like, they are thick and firm. Because so far the people who have said that they have a headache is Naruto, Sasuto, Herlock, and Inspector. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. It might just be something about the whole being seasick, perhaps. I have no idea. It might just be seasickness or something. Then it was just used to the sea. But I suggested it earlier, so. Yeah, he has a valid point, but even I has a valid point. Let's just press the button outside and see the ship just come to a stop. It will lock the door. What? I put it into you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And this very cabin, we can see traces of the method I have in mind having been used before. Yeah, the bookshelf, because everything just tilts. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Just do the warning sign and everything just halts. Yeah, you should know as well. Exactly. I do love, like, do we know something like that? Like, yes, you were here with me. We stared at it together, long and well. I don't even know if Sean was even in here. It would make sense because Lena might have been awake at night because he just arrived. Everyone else is asleep except for the crew, including the inspector. True. Point on the telling sign of the method.
Yes!
This. Look at the bookcase there. Yeah, it is just, everything is just tilted. It's laying down. Exactly. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. I can absolutely understand that. Like, those books cannot just stand up and have no problem. That's more or less why there is like a bar before them, because I can understand being able to tilt like this, no problems. Like, they can do that how much it wants. But like just falling out and like flying everywhere, nah, that's not a good idea. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small object that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. Yes, it was known as the force as inertia, acting on the sub-object. Well, doesn't know. She literally just picked up a book with apparently it written in it. Is it the same book, or is it just like different books? Does she have like a library in that kimono? Also made something else in this cabin move. Yeah, the bolt. It was very obviously just after emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come into this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. Also, honestly, it would make sense that everyone who felt asleep would have a big headache since would knock down all the books in the bookshelf and lock the door. Yep. Also, I realized something. They accuse us for opening the briefcase, the suitcase. And if Stroganoff has not been in here, and Sholmes has probably not opened that, and we haven't, and not even the girl, then who has been in this cabin? That's what I'm kind of interested of knowing now, because we can understand that she has been in our cabin, and more or less try to take the bell and everything like that. But someone has been in her cabin and just tried to look around. That's interesting. That's it. When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of inertia. It must be called something else in Swedish, and that's why I have never heard of inertia before. And click. And that's more or less also the reason why you should not have anything loose in the back of the car, because it will literally just be flying straight across the car, and like if absolutely unlucky hit someone. I think I've like seen that on a show when literally had these like bobblehead dogs, and like, okay, what would be happening if they actually flew across? And they literally more or less shown like there will be a force of this. So they took like a slingshot and like a bobblehead dog head and just whacked it on a melon. Yeah, that was not a good sight. This is a Buria made another emergency stop. When I woke up this morning, I looked around the cabin. I thought it looked a little odd. I thought it was just about because of the fight. Yeah, I don't know about the Expector. The Sailor perhaps, because it's the only one here. Well, technically there should be apparently some sort of revolutionary as well on the ship. Probably, who knows. Either that or it's just like a false alarm. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? When I came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like Mr. Osoga's cabin. Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Yeah, I say that. It is a little far-fetched. Maybe that possibly have happened. And they're saying that the culprit actually someone from the engine room. Simple enough. The alarm outside. Exactly, the alarm. Used to trigger the emergency alarm. There was a notice, wasn't there, telling you only to press the button in emergencies. Yeah, that's a good idea. As long as there are not like children around just loving pressing the buttons. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Both yes, but I would not want to be in that person's shoes, so no thank you. It was who? Sholmes, you absolute stupid man! Did you press the goddamn button? When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings, and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed, it's a little earlier today. You absolute bastard! I've told you before, there are sometimes I cannot deal with whatever shit he's doing. Surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. Oh, crying out loud. So the reason why I am in chains is because he put them on me and he pressed the button. Oh my god. Yeah, please report him. I can somehow deal with this bullshit now and then, but there are times when he is like, nah. I can I'm sure all that can wait until later. Well, to be fair, if Naruto didn't have Sasuke with him, then he wouldn't have made the same mistake. True, he was about to compel to press the button, but still, he is supposed to be a detective and not just like, ooh, button! Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learned a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin doors slide closed. So what we must now consider, it comes down to one thing. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Sogi, did this ship make an emergency stop or did it not? Or wait, did he press it when we was in here? Because... No, they did actually say that we're about to actually hit a ship. I have no idea. You are idiots. Barrio is a huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop, even in the middle of the night, there will be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts? Headache? Like, literally and in-game. It's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. I'm kind of curious of what evidence that is. Do show us what evidence promised theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night. Just gonna... This?
Yes!
Because it's literally, he says every half an hour nothing to report, but after 2 o'clock there is literally nothing reported. It's due to patrol the first class area of the ship, isn't it? And the ship's log here, this would be where you record details of your duties. Well, it's evidence now. We're gonna keep it in my pocket. It's a big book, but I have larger pockets. I rather carelessly left it atop like atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it in our care with a mind to return it to you later. That's a way of throwing the blame around. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it is clear that under normal circumstances you write the phrase nothing to report every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log. Yeah, nothing. It's blank. That is because nothing happened. Yeah, but as we said, you write nothing happened when nothing happens. You don't leave it blank. But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report, would you? Yeah, exactly. So what happened? Indeed. So which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m. something happened. Here aboard the SS Buria. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. It could have. If people like was just sleeping like maniacs, they were just not noticing it. But I'm not talking rubbish. We're trying to learn a valuable fact here. Yeah, why? Do pray tell, please. Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed. It's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know how it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently and the alarm bell was so loud. No, that's a good point. Yeah, so how did we manage to sleep through it? Because we know it happened. It's just like, how did we manage to sleep through it? That's the biggest question. Yeah, our head, the throbbing head. Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We all have suffered with it. Yeah, exactly. Yes. I had a headache. I've had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. I've been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you have been afflicted, haven't you? Just as suspected. Yeah, even you. I think I mentioned that before, that even his head is just being a bit of a bastard. And the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. Was he drugged? But if it was drugged, then this must more or less have been planned. Or just well executed, like holy crap. Why didn't I wake up when that was happening to me? Who knows? Tell me, Miss Naruto. You boarded this vessel as stowaway, didn't you? The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? I survived on his meals. I thought it might have been a gas or something, but I doubt it. I guess it just drugged the food, because it literally was talking about food. It must be Stroganoff and Pavlova, because the snake probably killed Kusuma. The snake is Stroganoff, and both of them wrote in Russia. But Nikolina might have wrote knew about us in the wardrobe, and was because she overheard us through the vent, and maybe that's why he wrote nothing. Yeah, to be honest, right now I can read, I can understand, but I cannot really grasp anything. My brain today, like after I'm done, I'm gonna take a shower and have a good meal, a good supper. So right now I can read, I understand what you mean probably, but I don't know about the snake. The snake didn't have anything to do with it, it was the cat. Also, I don't know where the cat is. There's still like something with that. You enjoyed some of the old roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it. Let's see if I can have all of that, because I'm also fond of chicken. Oh really, so the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right, didn't touch it. If he wasn't drugged, I do wonder what happened then. Is something fishy going around in the boat? I feel it might do. I feel something fishy is going on around here. My dear fellow, that doesn't strike me. Do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? I got salmonella apparently. I do. We all do. We actually all do. No, really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for passengers last night had been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of soporific, designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. So we were drugged at least, because like drugged was very early for me because of the headache, and it was like not just me, it was like everyone. Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug, so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? That is what it means. But that's the thing. If then that happened before his death, then I'm getting the feeling that his death is not an accident, because perhaps the cat actually... Okay, so I'm gonna try and... Yeah, so that's why we have a headache. I'm gonna try and grasp what my head is trying to think here. So, if we all got drugged, that is long before the death, because we ate it before we got to sleep, and he was killed or died while we were asleep. So the question I have here is, then this must be deliberately done. And if Pavlova was awake at the time and tried to get her cat back, perhaps she thought that we killed him, and that's why she wrote wardrobe and just left, or something like that. But that's just the thing. It cannot have been like before. It cannot have been dead before, because this was planned. It was planned that everyone was supposed to be drugged. So the question is who? Because I don't believe Pavlova has anything to do with it fully right now, because the cat part was an accident in a way. I think. My brain right now, holy crap. Well, Simon. But then why would Stroganov write anything? I don't know, because something perhaps happened. Perhaps something actually happened and she's just went across. Or he's in on it. I'm sorry to say that more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. If you refuse to talk, there would have been an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And where that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals for aiding a abetting renegade. So the guy who is actually a revolutionary is here. I'm trying to grasp stuff now. My brain isn't really working well right now. So I'm getting what they're going with, but just like losing half of it as well. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yes, when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help everyone together. She threw away everything, her fame in ballet, Mother Russia. Wait! Wasn't it that she hasn't been on the ship ever since 15 days ago? She came aboard the ship yesterday. So that's probably why they drugged us. So that we didn't realize that she had come aboard. You're right. We put sleeping drugs in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. We cannot make all drugs. How do you say dissolve? Ugh. Yeah, that's absolutely bad seasoning. Thank you for that. At midnight in the waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. He was helped by comrades on shore with a small fishing boat. All of the passengers of the SS Burya slept soundly, thanks to the almost magical effect of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. If that would happen, the only people awake on this ship last night were the crew, people who disliked chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock the Kazuma's cabin door. Okay, so you just drugged us because of that, and that's why nothing was to report, because that's when she aborted the ship. They had too much to deal with that he actually never wrote anything. Surely every cabin door must have ended up locked in that case. And there would have been a complete chaos. I wouldn't say so. Just like us, all of the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite, and accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway, as no one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. True. In summoner, in order to fasten the bolts of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. What is the point? Yeah, really, I don't really know what the point is. We already know that the cat might have just killed our friend by mistake. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russia on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried to desperately hide a broken fragment of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop to procedure in order to lock that door. All told, a busy night. So... you like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. She has the bell, but I'm getting the feeling... that someone else is doing something still, because first of all, the suitcase, as I said before, is open, and we didn't open it, and probably the cat wasn't there, so perhaps that broken bell part is actually because someone else went in here and left it in there. Because I'm pretty certain that last time we were here, we actually checked that, and they said it was empty. When we found out she was not a man, we did check. I'm pretty certain we checked the trash bin, and it was empty. So I'm guessing someone else is trying to now blame her. Feels like me would trust only what we see with our eyes. A laudable trait. I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. And still you miss a lot. Miss Naruto. Do you hear it? The accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. I have no idea. Like seriously, right now I just want to get more sicker, because if I get more sicker, I can get healthier. If I feel like this right now, it's like not enough to be anything right now, and it's just absolutely annoying. And if anyone wondering, I'm not gonna end stream. I don't need to end stream. I'm just like out of it. That's all. I just feel like, holy crap! Please just knock off. Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No, you must hear it with your eyes. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I'm getting the feeling he doesn't understand how organs works. What are you talking about? I believe the time has come. For one final logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh god damn it. So, Mr. Naruto, your assistance if you please. With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, of these two, observation of these two people. If you remember, Naruto, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? Ah yes, I talk with my ears and hear with my eyes. And I fart with my mouth. I have no idea where that came from, but that's more or less how my mind works right now. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely. The delightful quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. Okay, let's just... oh, the fuck? Oh, hello, Stroganoff. I just found that more or less instantly. It's a very weird angle. I can always look up his shirt. I can see his belly button though. Where is the belly button? There is the belly button. I can see the belly button. Also, holy crap. Yeah, that's probably a bit of a better angle than looking upwards. Yeah. By the way, Turtle Girl, if you're wondering what that quote is about, there is a new commercial for electricity company here in Sweden. Yes. Do I need to even answer where that quote even came from? I was actually checking for a name, I think, a name in the team list. And while that was, I just heard a commercial of the goddamn electricity company and someone just bathing in cold water. And also 42, of course, game from Friday. And also, speaking of, if you haven't seen all of that game, I did actually finish it yesterday. I felt there wasn't that much left of the game, so I continued. Yeah, just to take clear on that. Oh, hold on, I was pressing the wrong button.
Yes!
It was a good game, but I think I might have missed something. Because I finished the game with a... what's it called? With, I don't know, pliers in my pocket. Yeah, the problem is like I had the big pliers in my pocket that I got in the end of the game, but I never used them, so yeah. 1915. There we go. Yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. It's ink. What you're trying to say? To be honest, that shirt is so small on him that he probably wouldn't be able to see it. Allow us to make it plain. You have a ink stain almost near your ass. There's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman's Stroganoff uniform. And nothing what made it clear. Indeed, yeah, it's ink. Okay, evidence time. Do I even have the evidence? Hold on. Okay, so it must be this thing because of that's the only thing that more or less includes ink. Holy crap, though. What is with Sweden and their absolute stupid commercials? I'm kind of annoyed by one, and that is for Max, which is a burger restaurant just like McDonald's and Burger King. And for some reason they have like these now. Hold on, what is it? It's a burger from another country. Okay, I'm gonna just search for Max. Hold on, I probably should be on the like front page. Korean, it's Korean barbecue. So we have Korean barbecue, and it's like someone trying to explain the taste of it. Like, yeah, sometimes the onion might be like this, and their hat just changes like to a sad hat. Then it might be a bit better like this, the hat changes upwards, and sometimes the taste is so big and the hat just grows outwards. Like, it's a burger. You can show that it tastes good, but you don't need to show like the person has ever tasted a burger before, because it literally their faces is like, oh, I've never tasted a burger before. Is this what this tastes like? Oh, I had no idea. Like, god dang it, a burger can be tasty, but it's not like a godsend thing, okay? The crusher cat springs to mind. The crusher? What the hell is a crusher cat? I have to check this up now because now I'm curious. Crusher cat. Technically, I spell it hella weird. What the? Oh yeah, that's weird. Okay. But yeah, okay, so I probably need to explain more about this commercial, because they're talking about saving money on electricity by bathing cold, and he's talking about his scrotum going inwards, and that is saying that it's a part of his family that when there is an inward scrotum, you're supposed to make a wish. Like, what the absolute shit are you talking about? So that's the new commercial of an electricity company here in Sweden. Like, what the absolute shit. Just like, I don't need to know which way it's pointing. it's a commercial for electricity. I don't need to know shit like that. I have to check that later. I have to check that now. I feel like there are so many weird commercials. I get in the feeling Asia has a lot of them. Because I'm pretty certain I watched Jacksepticeye, like look at the many like Asian commercials, and like they're like, I feel like they're always weird in a way. I would say it's more or less the same thing of what I'm trying to explain and what I'm seeing from a British commercial here. It's like always arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like Warderman did it. And I pressed the button to make Börja emergency stop and bolt cabin shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Ah, no problem, Ganny. Well, no one of you never killed him. When the angel came to me, she was white like sheet. I went with her. The door cabin number 1 was open. But I looked inside, I saw a student boy on the floor. My little one, my little furry friend. Yeah, so the cat might have done this. So, you mean his death was nothing but just an accident appeared? Like, holy crap. I'm still like, the whole suitcase thing is a bit odd, but yeah. Everything that happened in the cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilation to Azoga's cabin. And he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell on the floor. Well, god damn it. Yes, that's right. So after the incident, when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited cabin next to hers. Wanted to find its accompaniment lying lifeless on the floor. She was worried when she heard the sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. Also probably to get her cat. The door was not locked, so she opened it to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing. If you wouldn't mind. When you went to Miss Azoga's cabin, Miss Pavlova... Was he already... No, Miss... Oh, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? I already told you, when Nina opened the door of student cabin... Yeah, it's a bit true. She would be the one that knows. He came afterwards. Duh. Oh. Yes, that's right. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. How sad. Holy crap. Nothing because, just because of a little cat. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Yeah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Always, it feels like everything always slips your mind. Because of death was broken neck, therefore the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there's one particular area on this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. You asking me to look for something like that right now? Oh my god. What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruto? I have no idea. Hold on, let me just... Kazuma tripped and fell, and by the terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck. Which part of this photograph print is unnatural? I would guess like his finger? Wait, hold on. What can I grasp here? At the same time, his eyes are closed. I don't know if this is because it's not like a goddamn 18+ game where you can see his pupils and shit, but he has his eyes closed. Because he already said that he did this to be able to like frame, but I'm gonna save for safety reasons here.
Yes!
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I knew I would be failing this one. I feel like I just feel like it right now. It's like hella difficult to figure a shit like this out. Hold on, where's my webcam? I feel like there might be something behind me. Yeah, like I already know about the Stroganoff did the writing, so I know about that. It looked like the sort of fellow who stumbles with some regularity. Would it be his hands then? Would it be his hands just because it's like if you actually stumble, you'll try to at least catch you? Because you just to fall and like, yeah, I'm just gonna head face first. That's probably not stuff people do.
Yes!
Okay, apparently not. Fucking hell. I'm too knackered for this. No. And that's why I saved, because I know I'm gonna do... Yeah, the word I know of. The word I know of. And this as it says. Yeah, losing... Oh, wait, I did probably the wrong hand, because his other hand is clenched. Why is it clenched? Also, it doesn't seem like it. I can mark anything. Hold on, I'm just gonna check behind my camera here. Doesn't seem like it, so I'm just gonna...
Yes!
So, because his hand is clenched, it might have something in it, or it's just been something. Because I would like catch myself like this, not like this, because I would probably just harm my hand. This fist doesn't seem right. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open palms flat. Yeah, exactly. Yet, here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say... I thought he was gripping something. Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago, so you mean you have whatever he had in it? Or was it something in it at all? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Piece of cloth, paper, so... I would... generally, evidence. I would generally say evidence. Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep you in suspense? So, yeah, I do. I technically do, so yes. Well, hello. The fuck? I recognize that thing. Like, seriously, I recognize that thing. Yeah, crescent moon is very pretty. What it tells you is literally the little yellow you almost cannot see in between his shoulder and her face. I'm not sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow. Yes, her earring. Also, it's kind of big earring, but I know people do have big earrings now and then. Oh, wait a minute, that is the key. Yeah, look around. I know, I'm gonna look around. The truth is tantalizingly close. Tantalizingly close. So, what was she doing in there if he was not dead yet? What does little crescent moon mean? And observe! Yeah, I'm gonna find... I know where to look. Hold on, I'm gonna... There we go. Yikes, if he did, I just realized that. I just realized that, actually. Ah. No, actually not. Look. It seems that it actually hangs on to a little metal bar. So I'm guessing it did not... he didn't rip it out of her ear. Also, youch. But he ripped it off the hanging part. Also, I'm pressing the wrong button all the time. So you see that little metal bar? It's like it's missing on the other side, so she just have the ring. So luckily, no, he did not rip it out of her ear, just from the upper part of it. Youch, though. That was like... I more or less didn't occur to me before you said it, and after you said that.
Yes!
Oh yeah, that would. Oh, shit. Oh, so that would be hella noticeable. I do really like the music, though. And also welcome a viewer to the stream I'm holding. Just having a bit of chill today because I'm feeling like out of my mind right now. I see you have a crescent moon as well on your ear. What? I do love it just checks like, oh yeah, she actually is. Like I've never seen that before and she'd be standing right beside me all along. And on your other ear, there's nothing but the core of it. Like the ring. The little link holding it on must be broken, I suppose. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Yeah, noodles. I think I have noodles as well. I don't know actually. I feel like I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna fry some more bread and I'm gonna take a fried egg as well. Because I really love it and I feel like that's something I need right now. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruto? Miss Pavlova. Mr. Sogan must have grasped the crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Also, Gani, he did not rip it out of her ear. Turtle Girl already disclaimed that part. That apparently there was something wrong with the picture. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. So, on this... Fucking hell, can I please check the picture? So, like this. Like, if you would fall, you would probably try to catch yourself. And you would not land with a clenched fist. That's what you missed. So, Sholmes here had that earring in the corner. Or that crescent moon in the corner. So we realized that that is actually the earring she has. But it has Turtle Girl said. She asked if he actually just ripped it out of her ear. No, it actually has like a ring part, so it's still on her ear. Chicken flavor cup noodles. Yeah, even I have chicken flavored. I don't know why that is like the tastiest, but it is. Beef and chicken, but I mostly take chicken. Also, I don't really get much about like the cup ones. The one I like often when I get the cup noodles, I often get those with like I don't know, peas in them. I don't really like that. I don't care much about that. I just like noodles and taste, that's all. Like get that in the package, just like water, taste. Ah, it's good. Because it's red. For me it's actually blue. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I can understand there are like some of these that wants to have a bit more than just noodles in them, but preferably for me, I'm just doing the noodles. There was actually one time I actually tried to have egg in the noodles as well. It wasn't really that well. It was a bit too much of too little. I don't know, it was a kind of bland taste, even though I actually do love egg. No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Yeah, what did you actually do? Because I could understand... I can understand if it was a mistake, but... He literally managed to rip a part of your earring off, so... What actually happened to more or less... I don't know, make him dead? I would say make him dead, because... Yes, she probably killed him, but like... I feel like not like in murdering ways, just... How did he end up dead? Oh, hold on, I kind of fucking forgot to read. I forgot reading was a thing. When I think about what happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb, and then... When I was at last in this cabin and could relax after a horrible long day. Yeah, that we know. I do like the name Darka for a cat. Or any animal at least that is like has a bit of a black appearance. Or dark appearance, I would probably say. I tried to waving a favorite toy, but nothing worked. Dark will not come back. But why would it become such a length that someone had to die? What are you doing here at night? Oh, he thought he was an inspector. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. I do wonder what actually happened. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me find Darkia and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment. Sorry, but... I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah, of course. You're a so... Something tells me she just absolutely panicked. Like, someone recognized her and was just like... Please don't send me back. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How I could find... Could this man from a land far away east know Russia ballet? I do love that, because technically Russia is like such a large country that it's not just far, like even like Russia is kind of far east. And like kinda on top of it, if I don't remember the map incorrectly. I don't really check the world map that often, but like I'm kind of feel like it's not like very far. Like for me, it's far east because I'm like in the middle of the goddamn map, but for Russia, it's like depends on how more of west you are, the more east it becomes. But I feel like it's kind of a bit more south. It feels like if you're like on the eastern part of Russia. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and I hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no choice. I see. You run away. Oh no! She didn't know that we were in the wardrobe. Oh, so when she thought he was going to raise an alarm. Oh. Darka just jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. As he turned around to look at me, I pushed him. I don't even know why. Oh, he was literally just going to tell me. Us, or whoever this guy is, Naruhodo. Oh, he was not going for the cord, he was going for the wardrobe. Oh, dang. And that's when you went to fetch help from Seaman Stroganoff, who was out on duty on the passageway. Yeah, that really sucks. Yeah. Like, it wasn't fully accident, of course, because she did push him in a way, but... Yeah. Like, it was literally just... She was just freaked out. She was just absolutely terrified. Like, I can absolutely I cannot really understand, like, why push him. Probably because to, like, be certain that it doesn't go for the rope. And I guess, like, the little ball on the bed was just too close. But still. I can a bit understand like the panic she would just have, like, holy crap, there's the bell thing. Yo, welcome. Hold on, how do I pronounce this then? Welcome, Haruki Sakura. Haruki Sakura, welcome to the stream. I do hope you enjoyed the stream, even though it's a bit like low energy for me. Yeah, to be honest, I've had a nasty headache today, and well, a bit of a blister in my mouth, so I'm not doing voices, I'm not doing like too hyper today, but I'm still streaming because I do enjoy to stream. So hopefully you do enjoy the little show I'm putting on here. So you worked out a plan to lay blame on the stowaway. More the evening. Oh, good God. Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, I'm taking it easy. To be honest, I thought I was more or less gonna be sick today, and I felt like, yeah, it's kinda alright. I could probably do this, and just further in the day, I just felt like my mind couldn't grasp anything. So I'm a bit glad I played this, because this at least I can handle to play. Oh no, holy crap, we just went from like 3 to 5 there for like a moment. Yeah, always best way, just taking it a bit slow, taking it a bit nice. Especially in games like this. I don't know how I would be able to handle, like, yes, Sekiro right now. Holy crap. Yeah, technically, I kind of do understand how I would be able to handle it, because I was tired the Saturday like, not this Saturday that was, but like before that. I'm like, holy crap, I was tired that day. I did not know what I was doing at all. Well, yeah, welcome. Hopefully you do enjoy this. According to the SS Burya, did indeed come to an emergency halt. And thus, intising the bolt of the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. Yeah, so our friend apparently just died because of an accident. So what do you not understand? Well, you said that you told Kazuma the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? And if you had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? That's a bit true, because they did say that she was an old member of the crew. So it was a bit odd, like, why would the captain be a problem? Or is it like, doesn't the captain know about it? It was what he said first that made me scared. Inspector. Oh. So when she realized that he might just call for the inspector instead or something, she would just be absolutely freaked out of just about being taken away. He said an inspector was his friend. Yes, meaning me. He was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. Yeah, so to make it clear, she escaped her ballerina group because apparently they were a bit mistreated. So she escaped with a tiara and boarded this boat because they're old friends. But when she was going to get the cat from our cabin, she thought that he might just call for someone that wasn't supposed to be there, and she just freaked out. While technically he was going for the wardrobe just by the bell cord, where we apparently were asleep. Yeah, that's so sad. Because she literally just pushed him because she was just freaking out. And apparently he hit his neck straight onto something he was not supposed to hit his neck on. It just doesn't seem to make sense. What doesn't make sense? I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What do you think? No, he was going for me. because he was awake because he never ate any chicken. So he just thought that I was just sound asleep like normal. So he was just probably going to wake me up and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" So he didn't know I was drugged. Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. I was going to for the wardrobe. She didn't know I was in there. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not done yet, it seems. Yeah, exactly. What to go after, I guess. Yes, what action was the victim really about to take at this moment? He was going for me. He was literally going to ask for a second thought from me. First, consider the victim's location in this cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. Yeah, so we're a stowaway. Apparently, this guy is supposed to learn how to be an attorney in Britain. But he wanted me with him, and yay, here we are now, a stowaway. Great. Absolutely fantastic. So, this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama. That's exactly how it was. Are you ready then? Yeah, I know exactly. Like, I don't even need to think about what he was looking for. He was literally looking at where we were. Because I don't think she understood what was in here or why that thing was on. She just thought like there was something in there, but he was going for this. Also, I'm clicking the wrong button again. There we go. So he was looking at the wardrobe. Considering everything that happened last night, certainly it may have looked as Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Oh shit, I just realized that this is just Mia Fey all over again with our mentor dying on the school chapter, or the second chapter. True. Like literally that is absolutely true. God dang it. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. Yeah, and now she's wondering why is the wardrobe so significant? Because we were in there. The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Yeah, I was in there, sleeping. Drugged by a chicken. I do wonder if anyone have been able to say that before. Drugged by chicken. I thought that as well as they have to kill off the people you're closest to, I guess. I guess, in a way, like, they probably could have found a better way for him, but still, holy crap. What were Mr. Asugi's exact word last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Yeah, it was going for me. It was trying to wake me up. But not from another member of the crew. No, Mr. Asugi intended to consult his closest friend on the matter. To see if between them they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. I almost get a bit teary here because I just feel sad about everyone. Like, they lost their friend to just a freak accident, and she just like got pulled into this because she was just terrified out of her wits to do something at all. I wish I had made sure that Mr. Sogi was looking at. Yeah, they would have. I feel sad about everyone. I feel sad about her because she just wants to like a new life. Like, I don't even know what's gonna be happening now. And I feel sad about them just, yeah, the friend. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did, yeah. Else could have been prevented if we didn't go. A bit, perhaps. It depends on, perhaps you just wanted to call another person and literally just talk, and that would probably end up the same way. Like, what if he literally wanted to ask the inspector for a second opinion, or whatever her name is, I'm forgetful right now. Susato, like, what if? Yeah, if the warrior wasn't next to the bell, like, that would be absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Because of him, we actually went here. I'm sure we'll never forget that. I'm so tear-eyed. I'm not even joking. What's gonna even happen? Like, is she gonna just go to jail about this and we just lost a friend? Like, because I really feel sad about her. She literally just wanted to have a real life. Like, what the hell is gonna happen now? Yeah, can you please tell me? I really want to know. Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort it all out. Okay, yeah, to be honest, that's so much better. So after all this, did anything have a connection with the mousetrap? Nothing other than he's trying to get some mice for his snake. That's all. That's all. He's trying to get food for his snake. But that's better than nothing. Like, she will probably go to jail, yes, because she's being handed to Scotland Yard and all that. But as long as she can just, like, be free after that, she won't be going back to Russia then. No, I don't think so. I'm glad for that, at least. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's an exile for life. What are you sorry about? Yeah. Nah, I understand that. Like, holy crap. It's more or less the same thing. Like, he helped her as much as we tried to help him right now figure out what's going on. So we just crossed swords. That's what happened here right now. When we get to go to England, Christina was supposed to go without us. Yeah. I'm getting that feeling. That is why. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Isima's death feels like such a waste, but well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? I'm kinda glad though that we don't really hold any grudges. Like, I don't know how I would react in this situation, but like, as I see things now, like, I can understand how hella afraid she would be. And it was literally just an accident. She pushed him to be able to stop him from doing anything. It was like the wrong movement. That's all. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to hand you over to the council of arranged passage back to Japan. Yeah. Because we're not supposed to be here, so it doesn't matter what. We're supposed to, like, just head back anyway. God, I do wonder how this room will feel empty now, though. In the end, Stroganoff was just a gentle John trying to help. Yeah, trying to help out as much as he could. Like, he literally just thought like it might just have been an accident and stuff, and just tried to help. And he didn't really think about us being here and stuff like that happening. Is someone weeping? Of course he would be weeping. Like, I don't blame anyone for weeping right now. Well, more or less in a sense, I guess this is my cabin now. Well, I haven't been back long. But on the saga just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all. Yeah, like, it would be hard for anyone close to someone. Like, holy crap. I guess that's why we managed to be in Britain. Even we're trying to, like, negotiate that we can stay because of his legacy. Or they literally just say that we can stay because there is no one else that could take his place. You mean eating noodles at a sad moment? Yeah, that would be something. Now we just know the truth that it was just an accident. Yeah, it's a silly series of mishaps. It's too much. Yeah, I absolutely understand that. Holy crap! I wish there was something I could. Who said? Ah, hi, Inspector. Yeah, everyone is sad, and I'm just you're just slurping noodles. Everyone is sad, and you're slurping noodles. That's how life turns around. My duty was to see Azogi-san safe to Great Britain, but I failed. And caused his two closest friend great pain and suffering as a result. I kinda feel like a bodyguard should actually be close by and not just like, I am at your service, just call for me if there is anything, because he literally could not call for him. I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Yeah, no one can really... I just like, yeah, wasn't I supposed to be free? Like, what the hell is going on? Sholmes, you absolute swine, where are you? I don't really believe even he is grasping how sad things are right now. Well, he does have to pretend to be a seaman and do some work. True, but like, I just feel like a bodyguard should be close by, not just call up the pun. Why? Oh, a trifling mother. Simply that in my head, I think I should always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. What? I'm more or less about to just tell him, eat some noodles. Sherlock is just eating noodles around them. So I decided to restore them, for old time's sake, shall we say. You're a stowaway after all. You are laughing in the absolute wrong time here. Like, seriously, mate. Also, I think we lost someone. We do appreciate all your assistance. Yeah, please eat some noodles. Not Snickers, we're gonna have noodles. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. It's hella late, you were laughing just a moment ago. The loss of your companion is truly heart-rending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspiration in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. Yeah, because it was supposed to be an attorney in Britain. And we will just head back home, tail between our legs. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan, make a full report about everything that happened. Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. Yeah, but like, we're here because of Asogi was supposed to be there, but Asogi is not here anymore. The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice. About Great Britain and Japan, it was to be 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. Was to be. In the light of Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. I don't care for me, but... Versus, yeah, I feel like she just wanted to be there. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is 1 lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. I more or less get it. I know where this is going. But there's no one else with necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Well, technically, I did defend myself, and he did say great work. Qualifications, you say? And qualifications obtained in your own country will be a little of value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. That is true, actually. I guess that's true, because there are different ways, and that's why we're there. Because we're supposed to learn about their laws and stuff, and how it works. So it must be much easier becoming the lawyer apprentice. Because the only qualification we need is to be the one that's supposed to take the tour. But anyway, also, he would be the one to know, because he is from Great Britain, so that's true. But anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourself another suitable lawyer. Miss Susato. Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Perhaps not, I already did a great job defending myself last time. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... Sorry, in that case, I don't think there is even a chance you could work. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruto? Holy shit, he's just gonna learn law in a month. Holy crap. The man from Great Britain would know more about Great Britain. That person that is not from Great... Yeah, exactly. That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days? I had to learn about my own trial in... I would say a day. But it was less than that. I would say it was about lunch. Or an afternoon. There's only one way to find out. I will work my fingers to the bone, Inspector. Every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. Why do I feel like an appropriate punishment would be just whipping for some reason? I don't know why. I just feel like, yeah, you did something absolutely taboo. Holy crap. Yeah, 6 hours. Holy crap. Kazuma. He said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain. Well, I would say less of the kinky way and less of the absolutely horrible punishment way that he did in the old times. That's kind of the whipping I'm thinking about. My brain is not even that good right now to comprehend any sort of jokes. So that was literally taken from I don't know, history class and history movies and everything right now. In a way, I would say it was more or less created because someone wasn't really punished and just loved it for some reason. You have seen me do my own trial, please. That's probably the first time I've actually seen her smile. Like, I've seen her like curious and like just plain face, but that's probably the first time I've seen her smile. Yeah, to be honest, I have no words either, third girl. For me, I'm like shooting blank right now on anything. Whenever I comment something, it's because I really think that. I cannot even add any sort of joking to it. What does our respectable inspector friend say? Respectable? Bleh. Are you serious? I do love what happened there. Every mute person be like, do join or did join in our amazing Discord server. That was hella timed. What the hell? What was that timing? Goodness sake, speaking of mute, I still remember Friday when we tried to figure out the goddamn monkey puzzle. Literally, it took us less than 5 minutes or something to actually figure it out on Saturday. But we were so hella tired on Friday that we were just not knowing what we were supposed to do. Like, oh my god, we literally just sat like, okay, there is a judge reading out loud from a paper. He's just feeling everything on the... Yeah, exactly. And though everyone just probably that sees the VOD or anything just asking, what are you talking about with disability? And literally was like a puzzle, like the judge was speaking out loudly while he read and just had his finger on the paper on the bumps. And the lawyer just got hypnotized by the angry mouth movement of the judge. And the mother of the accused just frankly wrote on a piece of paper and held it above her head. We didn't figure that out on the Friday. And literally on the Saturday you just assess disabilities. The judge is blind, that's why he reads using his finger. And the lawyer is deaf, and that's why he's hypnotized by the movement of the judge's lips. And the mother is mute, and that's why she's writing so frankly, because she doesn't want to like miss something when she's trying to actually write it out there. Like, she can just not say, hi, I want to say something. You literally just have to write it and, I don't know, hit someone with a piece of paper. Literally just that word, and it was just like, oh yes, now I understand. And literally tries to figure out like, okay, if someone was trying to write frankly, would it be angry? Would it be sad? What would it do with their hands? Unless you just said censure monkeys, that's all. Like, less than 5 minutes on the Saturday, I'm like, oh yeah, actually, that's right. And also, after you all left, like, I had a puzzle with the code for the cash register. Holy crap, though, that was an intricate one. Because I think I couldn't understand at all. If anyone remembers the cash register from perhaps, I don't know if we actually managed to get there on Friday or something, but there was these like squares with a dot in them. I couldn't figure out at all how to do that first. And I just thought, like, what if it's not like where the dot is? Like, what if it is what the dot does? So I just thought, like, I'm gonna take away every like line that the dot touches. So the first one I got a triangle, which I just thought, like, okay, so three lines or 3 corners. Okay, that becomes 3. But the other one became a square, and that either becomes 4. So it's like, no, that's not it. And then I just came back to like, but I took away 3 lines to make a triangle. And I took away 2 lines to make the square. I just thought like, yeah, that becomes 2 and 3. So I did that with all of the other ones, and that became right. I'm supposed to like count all the lines the dot was touching. The day we didn't solve any was just too knackered people trying to solve a complicated puzzle while being knackered. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my god, we were so tired. There was just like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna say nah to this one. Hey, we got an assistant. We got a Maya now. Yeah, we're gonna take care of his soul. I'm sure it was Kazuma-sama would have wanted. I can assure you that if I was there, I wouldn't have been much help. Yeah, it just took me a while. Like, I just tried to first figure out where the dot was. Then I tried to figure out, like, if it was something like Mist, where the dome and the boob was 12, as in the quote, which is like, that was just ridiculous how they made up all of those numbers. But no, it was literally just the lines, like how many lines it touched. So I just tried on like, yeah, that worked. Then apparently I got a coin by chance. Like, I literally just said like, this coin looks odd. I'm like, okay, what sort of puzzle is this supposed to be used like? And for some, I just winged it, went outside in the same corridor as the cash register, went to the soda machine, and literally just like 15 days ago, this thing was broken. I'm gonna try and use that now. And it worked. And like, I just winged it. I didn't really figure out where to use the coin for, but I just winged it and used the coin there, and that worked. Like, holy crap. Yeah, probably. We shall fill every spare moment with study. That's exactly what I need. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask you to. Please throw me to the ground. 3 times, because you did that to me, right? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. So she just wants us to pay back that. That had been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me, and no matter how upset I felt, it was completely unforgivable behavior. Was it 5 times? I thought it was just 3 times. Just take a hold of me and throw me. Do it! No, I don't even know how. Now this is genre equality. Yeah, a bit. We thought of us just hurt throwing us against like every wall and stuff. I kind of get the feeling, yeah, it kind of is in a way, even though that if people just joined into this, would feel like, nah, this is not equal. It kind of just is like, this is a, it isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did you see that? I presume it would be a form of Japanese wrestling? In a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jiu-jitsu technique. Apparently it's called Susato Takedown. It leaves your head swinging, believe me. I'd be grilling. Please don't try it on me. I'm a practitioner of the competitive arts myself. Yeah, boxer. I don't know why, but we're thinking about boxing and Sherlock Holmes. I'm just going back to that meme of like discombobulate all the time. That is not Delhi. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh god, not on me, please, no. Oh dear god. Oh my god, 6 times. you could have... Bloody hell. When did you see that? Sholmes is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Yeah, it is discombobulate. 6 times. I'm thinking about getting a bit of a, like, I don't know. My head is starting to spin, I guess, because I'm seeing blurry. I probably got a concussion from like 6 times being thrown by her. Everything is just blurry. Oh, that was squash. Is that why everything is blurry now? Because of the squash part? A scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. How? Why? Oh. Karuma. Okay. That's right. It's prized sword that had been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. A Japanese man's sword is a soul, basically. I can't be pardoned from my katana. Holy crap! How many papers did you need to sign to even do anything about that? I truly believe that. Yeah, exactly. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, Kazuma de Karuma. Talking about a bit of a rhyme. There's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and that's why I have a sword. I have to avenge my father. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. Appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. And something tells we are never gonna learn what that is, right? That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. Well, damn. Just damn. That's just bad. Also, I'm just gonna do something for a safety reason there. I have a cat on my screen because I didn't take away the Krusha commercial. Literally just I got a cat on my screen like, hello! What are you doing today? So, yes, there we go. I'm just gonna do some stuff here for later purposes. There we go. Save my progress? Of course I'm gonna save my progress. Always good to save my progress. Because I don't trust myself. Now the trio have an offensive move. Susato takedown, shoulders is compobulate, and now Ryu have Karuma. Yeah, that's a weird ass trio. Runaway room. What do we have? Hold on, can we read all the other ones? Clouded Kokoro. Holy shit. Holy sh... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a second. Okay, that's the first one. I thought it was like many more, but it's like 3 more. The unspeakable story of the Hound of the Baskervilles. Oh, look! Actually, I kind of look forward to this one. Is everything like having some sort of Sherlock theme? That's what I'm wondering, because I know this one has, and I know this one has. This one I'm uncertain about, and this one I don't know at all. Could I skip to the last one? Not that I want to, but like... London Avenue. The runaway room. Ho 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 ho.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, None could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this
I don't think it is his voice, by the way.
end in such
Not
a
this one, at least.
horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, I believe
That does not
that
look like him
perhaps
at all.
that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together.
Hopefully we hear his voice a bit more. But I do like the animations though. I just love them.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
I'm not gonna speak too much.
I feel
Be
like,
careful about your
like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
I just feel like I'm gonna save and I just gonna like show you Sherlock's voice in the other one. Or can I show that in the main menu? I'm gonna check that because it wasn't so much of his voice here, it was just a bit of it. I'm pretty certain the other one is like his friend. So I'm just gonna save. Even though it's not much to say, but just for safety reasons. That's why it's called saved. I don't really know why it's called saved, but who knows. I'm just gonna check if I technically did. Yes, I don't need to. I don't want to. I just gonna. There is a lot of like extras. I'm just gonna check. Oh, it's actually a change to this, and also I kind of dig this room. Are we in the Big Ben, by the way? Okay, special content. Do we have like some video player? Because I'm pretty certain. Also, you're talking about the animated things. Like, this is probably, if I don't remember incorrectly, the second of the 3D versions of the game. And the first one was Dual Destinies. They also had the animated in that. And that's, I believe, is where it actually began. Also, I'm gonna show... Here we have it. So I'm gonna actually show you... Ooh, what the hell? What the hell is all this? Woo! What is that? Woo! Special Trial 2017. The fuck is all this? What the hell? What is...
なるほど、龍之介の罪深き7
What are we
最
watching?
終夜。
I thought we would be able to actually see some sort of like... Why do I feel like this is some... I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if this is like spoiler or something, so... Also, speaking of Japanese, can I... Also, I'm like kinda sad. It doesn't actually show the animations of the game. Shit! Doesn't it even do here? Oh, look at that. Holy crap. Speaking of Japanese, can I actually change that? I'm pretty certain this was only... Yeah, this is only available in the second game. So they won't be able to look like this in... Hold on. I kinda dig this outfit though. I don't know. I think it's just music. Hold on, I'm gonna check. Yeah, it's instrumental and voice recitals. So it's not that one. Escape PDs. I have no idea. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna start that, and I'm just gonna show Turtle Girl here. Ooh. Oh fuck. That was wrong. Oh, that was wrong. Sorry, my bad. Yes, I want to skip everything. I want to skip everything. I thought I could select. There we go. I'm trying to just find so you can hear Herlock. I want to be able to just change chapter. So select adventure. There, select adventure. There we go. So hopefully Turtle Girl is still here because I'm gonna do the opening. So now you can listen to how Sholmes actually sounds like. Hopefully.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view.
It might be, except that it
Sholmes
changed to
was staring
Sholmes
intently
instead.
at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike.
I guess it might
Truly
be.
was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
I kind of dig that though. Is Turtle Girl still here though? I hope so. Please, please, please. Oh, there we go.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Herlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Yeah, probably a bit. But you know what? Is Turtle Girl still here anyway? Like, I almost just showed that because she hasn't heard much of like him before. Because I'm getting, like, the quotes is more or less just a Sherlock one, and not, like, a Herlock one. It's only that they changed the name in a way, just like they cannot be copyrighted and shit.